So the intro's cut again. I don't know why. Apologies for that. It's about Priti Patel saying that they're allowed to break the ministerial code and consequences don't matter because they have a really hard job to do. So I don't understand what's going on, but the intro's cut. Apologies. Breaking the rules are not important as they're doing really hard jobs, and she kind of did say that if you watch this clip quickly.
You were found to have broken the ministerial code. The Prime Minister is under investigation over the ministerial code. Does the ministerial code still matter?
Well, look, I mean, the ministerial code itself is there for a reason, and there's work taking place right now in terms of reviewing that. Now, I think
reviewing the code.
Well, I think at this stage, this isn't about breaking codes and things of that nature. We're all just getting on in government, doing very difficult jobs, actually, coming out of this pandemic. You've just asked me about decisions that were made.
So she's saying that, our jobs are really hard and, it's not about the breaking the ministerial code, we're just trying to get on, getting out this pandemic, which is ridiculous. Could you imagine if anyone in whatever line of work, they broke the rules and instead of being fired or being punished, they were like, look, man, the job was really hard and, there's a lot going on and stuff. And look, I think talking about talking about the rules is not important, especially because they're under review right now. In any other line of work, could you get away with that? Probably American police when it comes to dealing with minorities. Maybe the only ones that could get away with an excuse like that. If we look here, Priti Patel, there's so many of these little pop-ups that annoy me so much. Priti Patel suggests including herself, breaking the rules isn't important because they're doing difficult jobs actually. Yes, you chose to be Home Secretary. Like, no one forced you to be Home Secretary. That was on you. You have broken the ministerial code twice. That's confirmed. Potentially a third time over sleaze allegations, which you've covered previously. What are you doing? And the Home Secretary, who's found to have broken the ministerial code over accusations of bullying, said the rulebook is currently being reviewed. This is the Tory way. Can't break the rules if you change them. It's ridiculous. We look at the ministerial code is there for a reason, and it's there for a reason, and there's work taking place at the moment in terms of reviewing it. Why are you reviewing it? You found to have breached it. Are you going to say that, bullying's allowed? What exactly are you going to do here? Is that I think at this stage it isn't about breaking codes and things of that nature. We're all getting on in government doing very difficult jobs actually coming out of the pandemic. Look, you didn't have to be Home Secretary. You could have resigned at any point during the pandemic saying, look, things are too tough for any kind of reason. You didn't do that, did you? You chose to fail at your job consistently. You didn't shut down the borders. That's on you. You're rubbish at your job, constantly looking at photo ops for deportations, etc. This is a joke. All ministers are focused on their job. No, you're not, because you've done a rubbish job. We had one of the highest death rates per capita in Europe. If you are so focused on your job, how did you do so badly at it? I don't understand. So these arguments she's making here is wrong. These people are busy looting the treasury. Johnson is under investigation into whether he broke the code by failing to declare the original source of funding for his lavish refurbishment of his Downing Street flat. Also for the holiday he went on in 2019/2020 to the Caribbean, I think. The problem with the ministerial code, it's an honour system. When you break the code, you're meant to resign. What happens if you don't resign? And we live in a post-resignation world where scandals don't matter anymore. After a week or two, people forget or people don't care. With this one, people are like, oh, she swore at people, so what? Oh, get a freak of skin. It's not about that. You can't treat people like that in the workplace. Maybe in the places you work, you can do that, but in office jobs and things like that, if you mistreat people, you can get fired for that. You can be punished. She should have been, and her argument, oh, we had a really hard job. Oh, did you now? Because I don't think you did, pal. Especially not your job. You weren't very good at it. You didn't do a lot. Did you really? I mean, what was Priti Patel's biggest act during the pandemic? Her inaction over anything was the main problem. The lack of testing at airports, the lack of mandatory quarantining, the lack of shutting down the border with India because you're chasing, agreements that weren't even worth that much in the broader scheme of the economy. She's a joke. Anyways, her excuse here, Priti Patel saying ministers can break the rules is not important as they have really hard jobs. You could use that for anything. Any kind of, slightly sort of 4 out of 10 situation. This is ridiculous. The rules exist for a reason, to keep people like you in check. And clearly they're not doing a good job. The speaker's doing a rubbish job. The opposition are doing a rubbish job. But on this channel, we're going to at least try. But the argument, oh, my job was really hard, so who cares if I break the rules? Like, you were accused of bullying, I think, before the pandemic, anyways. So these kind of excuses are a load of rubbish. And you know, it's not hard to see through her. But anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.